Okay, so I have truly never looked worse. But, I mean, if we're doing a hair dye thing, I don't want to wear a nice shirt, so we're wearing this shirt that's covered in liquid latex stains. It's liquid latex. Keep in mind out of the gutter. And, like, if I have to rinse my hair, I'm not going to put makeup on. So, you're just going to have to look at my acne for this video. Maybe it makes me more relatable to have my acne just hanging out. But I went to Walmart a couple of weeks ago, and I saw this really nifty sort of root touch-up product by CLAIROL. They also make, like, more of that standard-looking root touch-up kit where it's, like, the little brush and the dye. And then, of course, they have, like, the powder with the brush. But this is, I don't know, like, this says you don't have to mix anything. It's a little gel and like a little brush. I don't even know how it works, so I bought it and I thought we would try it today. So, to do the proper Tuesday review intro, this is the CLAIROL Root Touch-Up Color Blending Gel. It says it's semi-permanent, it says it's multi-use, damage-free formula with no mixing and no ammonia. So I obviously have mine in the shade black because I do have dye black hair with these blonde pieces in the front. This package contains color blending gel, instruction leaflet, and 2 pairs of gloves. Precision spot treatment for gray. Multi-use, damage-free formula. Brush on, wait 10 minutes, rinse out. Gentle formula with no ammonia, peroxide, or harsh scents. Color gradually fades with washing. No mixing, no mess, no damage. So this just sounds so cool to me, and so I don't even know. So obviously this is only going to work if you have hair that is dyed darker than your natural hair because it is peroxide free. So if you dyed your hair blonde and your roots are coming in dark, this is probably not going to work for you. But for someone like me who has naturally much lighter hair than black, it should work great. My sister and I, we had this joke about my Christopher Lloyd hair because my hair is dyed black, but because I wash my face, it always really fades right up front. And then when it fades, it gets kind of scraggly and frizzy. So I have like these blonde pieces. They're not as bad right now, but they're like blonde and they stick straight out and frizzy, kind of like Doc Brown's hair in Back to the Future. I'm not going to bother doing my part line because I don't trust myself not to get it in the blonde. And honestly, now that I'm not leaving the house, like ever probably, I really only ever have to look nice for you. And you don't really see the top of my head. So that can wait till a full re-dye. I just want to touch up around my face a little bit. So let's just take this out and see what, wow, you really only get the bottle and a little packet in here. Okay, fancy. So CLAIROL, it says in here you get 1.5 fluid ounces. I don't remember if I said this at the beginning of the video, but I did buy this at Walmart and it cost me about $12 in change. So there are the gloves. Okay, so it gives me a nice little picto instruction thing. Use an old towel to protect your clothing and household surfaces. If product gets on skin or household surfaces, wipe away immediately to avoid staining. My little table here is pretty dye already, so it's fine. Brush hair into your preferred style, put on gloves. Remove the cap and hold the tube with brush tip facing down. Squeeze the tube until you see gel appear on the brush. So it's kind of like the same kind of packaging as the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, where you squish it and then the color comes out. Brush onto grays at part line, face frame, or temple. Be sure to saturate your most visible grays with the colored gel. Once you're done applying, leave on for 10 minutes. For resistant grays, leave it on for an additional 10 minutes. When time is up, rinse gel from hair. Do not shampoo. Condition is needed. And then clean the brush. Rinse the brush with water to remove excess product. Gently dry brush with a tissue. Replace cap to lock tube and protect brush until next use. Save the second pair of gloves for next application. This doesn't seem too difficult. This seems like the sort of thing I could do. And I'm pretty sure I've said that in the beginning of every testing video before I mess it up. It's a cute little brush. We're not going to do anything else until I put gloves on because I did almost forget. These are really big gloves for my tiny little hands. Okay. Let's just do this. So we're going to do right here. Oh my god, that's going to get so annoying. Right here. And then I'm going to lift it, and we're going to do here. Okay, here we go. Bah! Okay, so immediately dripped, but it dripped onto the instructions, and that's all that matters. I'm afraid to squeeze it. Okay, so I just squeezed it there, but as soon as I unsqueezed, it did kind of suck some of the product back in, which is great because I don't want to waste any so that I can use this a bunch of times. because it's kind of fun. So this is one of those blacks that has a little bit of that purpley to it. I'm sure because it's meant to cover grays, it's got that purple to it to kind of help cancel out grays, but also maybe tone any sort of yellow. I really need it behind my ear too, but because I have to rinse this out in the sink, we can't do that. So we're just going to move on to this side. I'm nervous for this side because I am going to... That also landed on the instructions, so far we are okay. Like down here, like look at this. This is, I actually don't know that my camera will pick it up from this far away. That was actually not as hard as I thought it was going to be, and it took way less time. So we're done that, and now I'm just going to set a timer on my phone for, it says for more stubborn gray coverage, it wants you to leave it on an extra 20 minutes. But I don't really have gray, so what if I go between and I do 15 minutes? And go, 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, I will take you with me into the bathroom where I will probably get myself and everything around me soaked, and, we will do my best to rinse this off. I'm just going to go rinse off the brush now so that I can put that away nicely. So I will see you in the bathroom in 15 minutes. Alright, so it's been 15 minutes. We're going to try to rinse this. Okay, so after rinsing, I came in here and I blow dried it so that my front pieces would be nice and dry. They're a little wet at the bottom still, to be honest, but whatever. So my shirt is still soaking wet, but my hair is not. Here's what I'm gonna say. It's not magic. It doesn't cover as much as I hoped it would. Like, I was hoping my hair over here would be, like, solid black. It's definitely darker. It's definitely tinted that sort of dark purpley black that I love. And it definitely works better than most other semi-permanent dyes I've tried. I've tried so many black semi-permanent dyes on my, like, natural hair, and they never take. That is the only reason I'm consistently using permanent black box dye on my hair, is because no semi-permanent dyes, you would think getting hair from, like, a light brown to black would be easy, but for some reason they never stick. So out of the semi-permanent dyes I have used, this one seems to have stuck the best. Maybe that's because I do have black on the rest of my hair, so I can't, you know, really tell what it looks like completely by itself, but it definitely helped. Like, I think if you compare me sitting here talking to you now to the beginning of this video, you can definitely tell that the hair in my sort of the perimeter of my face on the sides is darker, and it definitely looks more like the way I prefer my hair to look, which is a positive. Did it cover completely? No. If you have grays, will they still be visible? I would say so, but they will definitely be toned down, if that helps. I also will say another positive for this product is I really just think the packaging is really neat. Like, I wish more hair dye came in this kind of packaging, because the little brush, it just makes it so easy. Once I got the hang of it, there was no mess. Like, I squirted it out on the instructions a couple times by accident, but, like, it's no mess. It's so easy. I really dig this container innovation. I think that's maybe the main reason I bought it, the main reason I was drawn to it. And, oh, look, it screws on. Here I was pushing it on the whole time, but you screw it on. I just think that might be one of the main reasons I was drawn to it, and I still think it's neat. I almost wish I could, like, once I'm done with this, because I will keep it and I will use it more, I could, like, open it up and put other hair dye in the future. Because I just think, like, it's better than, this way I don't have to clean the bowl, I don't have to clean a brush, I don't have to, like, scoop up too much dye by accident and drop it on myself. It just seems much more user-friendly in this packaging. So overall, I do like this. I don't regret buying it, and I think, you know, if you can find it on sale at Walmart, that's even better. But of course, it depends on your hair color, right? Because this is not the sort of thing that you're going to be able to bleach your roots with. This is only really the sort of thing that you're going to be able to go darker with. So if you got a light brown hair, but you're dyeing it dark brown, there's probably one for you. But again, you can't really go the other way. So if you can find this on sale at Walmart, that's even better, because then it'll probably be like $6 Canadian. That would be ideal. I kind of wish I would have bought it at that price. $12 is okay, though, because I will get so many uses out of it, because I'm really just doing around the perimeter of my face. My hair doesn't feel weird. Like, it does just feel like dye. That's been some of my issues with other products in the past where we tried to cover my roots. Is sometimes it leave my hair feeling a little gross. This one was just like dye. It actually kind of smelled just like regular semi-permanent dye, too. And it did make my scalp a little bit itchy, but in the same way regular dye does. So if I didn't know it was, you know, semi-permanent dye, I would have probably been able to deduce that it was semi-permanent dye just from the smell and the feeling and that sort of thing. And but a good semi-permanent dye, because I did get more coverage with this than I have with other semi-permanent dyes in the past. So to recap again, not awful. Don't hate it. I would recommend it if you have dyed black hair like me, or just dyed darker hair like me. But of course, if you're dark hair naturally and you've dyed it lighter, you're not going to be able to use the product like this. Also, I know I shouldn't, but I am really tempted to use on my eyebrows. I know it doesn't have ammonia, it doesn't have any... I just know that I would mess it up, and that's why I'm not going to do it, but I am tempted to use it on my eyebrows. I'm not going to, though. I'm not. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this cute little, what's it called? The CLAIROL Root Touch-Up Color Blending Gel. I love the packaging. I think it's amazing. It's not an awful price. It did a decent job for the price. And I mean, I'm going to be able to use it 1,000 times, so it's not awful. Did it cover as much as I wanted it to? No. But at least it wasn't completely useless. I don't know. Overall, I'm not typically attracted to CLAIROL products because this is so stupid to say out loud, but in my head it makes sense. Their packaging is so old school. Like, it looks so not modern that it always convinces my brain that their formulas haven't been updated in 1,000 years either. And I know that that's probably not the case, but something about the packaging, it just strikes me as, like, old school. And maybe I should try more of their products, because if this is good, I wonder what some of their other stuff might be like. Not so much the dye, because I'm pretty happy with my L'Oreal Color Preference dye. But then maybe some of their other stuff. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already. And I will see you next time. Bye!